You know, I'm actually really excited to talk about this in this video because I just learned this, and honestly, I find it's really cool. Now, not a professional or anything, I'm not like a doctor and know everything about this shit. I just came across this information and I was super interested, and I was like, whoa. Now, I find this stuff really fascinating. I'm not sure about you, maybe you don't. I mean, honestly, you probably don't because a lot of people don't really care about this stuff that much, but you know, you might be the person who does. So just stick to this video because have you ever just caught yourself scrolling endlessly, right? Now you're probably thinking, oh my god, Joe's yapping about social media and scrolling again. Yeah, I am. So, have you ever just caught yourself scrolling endlessly and you're just on your phone and you're addicted to it? You're so excited to see what's about to come next. Well, your little dopamine is, right? I don't think you're actually that happy scrolling. That's in my opinion anyway. Because we've all scrolled before. We all know what it's like where we're just kind of addicted to it. We have this like bland look on our face. Maybe we chuckle once every now and again. But anyways, yeah, we've all been addicted to scrolling. We've all had it before. It's really 2025, right? And basically, we all know that it's because of dopamine. I mean, if you don't know, then basically, I want to just explain dopamine to you really quick. Dopamine is like the brain's reward system where we get a bunch of dopamine when we're about to get a good reward. Now, if you're about to eat a really good piece of food, you're getting so much dopamine in your head. And you actually get more dopamine just before you eat it than when you're actually eating it. than when you're actually eating it. Because it's pretty much your brain's motivation to do it. Now, yes, it's part of your reward system, makes you feel good, but it's also your motivation to get it. So, you know, if you're about to like eat that piece of food, right? You have this big cake, you want to eat it, cut a slice, then you're gonna have so much more dopamine when you're actually about to eat it than when you're eating it itself, right? Now, there was actually this rat study that I want to tell you about, where they put rats in, I don't know, something, right? But they gave the rats a lever. And when they flicked the lever, they got food. Now, the rats, they soon learned that flicking the lever will give them the food. And they made it a habit to flick the lever when they were hungry. Pretty much, they would eat, and then they were full, and they weren't that interested in the lever anymore, right? They just kind of flicked the lever, ate the food, they knew what they were getting. And it soon kind of died out where they weren't flicking it that much. They'd eat it when they're hungry. So then, they made the lever not do anything. And then they were like, oh, the lever's not working. So what do you think happened? The rats who were flicking the lever stopped flicking the lever because what's the point in flicking something if you're not going to get anything? What's the point in doing it if they're not going to get anything? But you know what they did next? They took the same lever and then made the lever give out random amounts of food. So instead of flicking the lever and they'd get consistent or they'd get nothing, then they would flick the lever. They might get something amazing, or they might get something really small, or they might get nothing at all, or something mid. So when the rats went over and flicked the lever, they were like, oh my god, it's a bunch of food. And then they flicked it again and they were like, why is it not giving me anything? So then they go again and they're like, oh, here's some. Oh my god, it's a bunch, right? So they would be getting a bunch of random rewards. And these rats really became addicted to it. They would become just flicking the lever all day, right? And when they flicked the lever, pretty much, they got unexpected rewards. And they literally stopped doing their basic rat needs, like socializing and whatever the hell else rats do. Just a voice crack. Whatever the hell else rats do. So the rats, they would literally abandon their basic needs to go and flick this lever that was giving them random rewards. I think that's insane because if you look at this, this is literally what our human society is like. Now, look at this connection. There's people literally just scrolling on social media, getting their random rewards, and then abandoning their basic needs like exercise. Is that not what our society is? We are literally those rats. Okay, do you want to be one of those rats? Like, so basically, the conclusion is that random things, random spikes in dopamine are way more addicting than that consistent spike that the rats knew that they were getting. So, the random spike that you're about to get from scrolling on social media, I bet you would not even be addicted to it if you knew each video that you were about to watch. If you were scrolling, but you already knew every video, I guarantee you would not even be addicted to it. Maybe you would, but pretty much a lot less likely that you would be. Because why would you be addicted to that if the rats aren't addicted to the lever thing? I think that's a really cool study, honestly. Now, social media companies know this. Basically, the creators of TikTok and YouTube Shorts, these people, Instagram Reels, they all know that you're addicted to this random spike in dopamine. And they're literally just taking advantage of that and then pretty much getting you addicted to their platform. And your brain is really not yours when, you know, you're going on there because they pretty much just manipulated you and hijacked your brain into thinking like, okay, I love this. They know that. They know that you're pretty much that little rat. Are you a little rat? Pretty much they know that. So yeah, they got you addicted to their scrolling on social media. So I want you, next time you scroll on social media, ask yourself, am I a little rat? And then if you keep scrolling, then the answer is yes. If you get off, then at least you have a little bit of self-dignity. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to yap about this in this video because I learned that and that was pretty cool. Not a doctor or professional. I don't know insane amounts about dopamine, but I learned that and I was like, oh shit, okay, that's cool. I like it.